I'm Chris with iPhone in Canada. I've wanted the Nest Learning Thermostat since I read about it back at CES 2012. Well, a year later and I finally purchased one, so I thought I'd share my installation experience and initial thoughts. First, for those wondering, this is the second generation and I did pick it up at Lowe's. The Apple stores have been sold out and ordering from the online Apple store says delivery in 1 to 2 months right now. Now, before you run out and buy one, I suggest you visit Nest.com to verify your system will work with the Nest thermostat. It only takes a second, and if you're unsure, you take a picture of your wires, email it to Nest, and call them, and they'll be able to help you out. Now, in the box, you get almost everything you'll need. I'll get into that during my install. The Nest itself sits on top with the plates. You get the screws, a screwdriver, and installation instructions all in the box. Sounds odd to say, but it's all laid out very nicely. The Nest itself is heavier than I thought it would be. It's glass with a brushed metal outer ring. The second version is thinner than the first and works with a lot more heating and cooling systems. There's no doubt it looks a lot more stylish than the traditional rectangular thermostats. Now, the installation process is super simple. The instructions lay it out for you perfectly, so let's quickly go over it. First, you have to turn off your heating and cooling system. You can either do this with the on-off switch if you have one, or you just flip the proper switch in your breaker box. From there, you remove your old thermostat. What's great is Nest gives you these stickers to label the wires before you remove them, so you know which one is which. I also recommend taking a picture for reference if one of the stickers happens to fall off. You could also write it down on a piece of paper. Once you have the old thermostat disconnected and off, you do have a choice here. You could use one of the included plates to mount the Nest or install it with only the circular plate. For me, this means I'll have to fill in the old holes in the wall and paint, but it's a small price to pay in my opinion for what looks to be a better, nicer, cleaner install. The circular plate has a level indicator on it, so you know you're putting it on level. Now for me, I couldn't use the provided screws to mount the Nest. They wouldn't work going into drywall, so I had molly bolts here, which I've used instead. Or you could get those screws with the plastic inserts like the ones that were on my previous thermostat. Once the plate is mounted, you simply insert the wires into the proper spots and then push them so that they're flush with the ring. Now you just snap on the Nest, turn the power back on, and your install should be complete. The Nest should power on by itself. Once it does, you now go through the process of setting it up, adding your wireless connection if you want, naming it, adding your postal code and zip code, and going through other settings. What's great is the Nest outer ring acts like a dial to scroll through the selections, and you simply push on the Nest to input something. Overall, this process takes under 30 minutes. You can also download the free app so you can control your temperature from your iOS device. So far, I'm very impressed. It's only been a few days, but I'm interested to see after a few weeks if it is helping me save money on my heating bill. Also, I want to see how it learns our temperature patterns and schedule. I'll make sure to have a full review in a month or so. For more daily iPhone news, make sure you check out iPhoneincanada.ca. I'm Chris with iPhone in Canada. Thanks for watching.